Today I'm indeed delighted to be receiving some additional resources to add to our vehicle fleet, and this will be used to assist us in our crime fighting strategies. In as much as we are happy to have these to assist in our crime fighting strategies, these can also be used, especially the truck, as in times of disaster. So I'm indeed very grateful, and I would like to thank the Honourable Prime Minister for continuing in supporting us with more resources to assist us in this challenging time. I'm indeed grateful. So on behalf of the executive and the members of the Royal State Police Force, I would like to say a hearty thank you, sir, for adding more vehicles to our fleet of vehicles. Thank you so much.
Let me recognize the High Command of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. Well, let me publicly thank them for their work, particularly in the last couple of months, and more particularly in the last month or so, when the country, or parts of the country, seemed to be under siege by, and I make no bones about it, by criminals. The police force responded, and they responded in a way that I'm very satisfied with. There was a degree of unity, there was a sign, a show of commitment when leave was postponed, and all the men and women in the police force showed the reason why we could not allow our country to be run down by criminals. And I pledged to give the police all the resources that the country's fiscal position can afford at the time. Yesterday, in the Parliament, I disclosed that $117 million will be spent next year on the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. The details of that expenditure will be outlined in the policy speech on the last Tuesday in April. So today is just the first installment of resources that the police will get. And I can assure you, the police will get the necessary resources needed. Today we have the handover of vehicles, and as we speak, there is a truck that has been purchased, which the police will have very soon. And we also purchased motorcycles. And at the end of this week, they will have another vehicle. So in terms of mobility, I want no excuses in terms of mobility. I know that the police will always need resources, but the country can only afford a certain limit. In terms of technology, the police will be receiving some drones. That should be here next month. Drone technology, and also some scanning equipment, which will be at the ports of entry. But I want to make it clear that these promises will be met. There will be 60 new recruits are going to be inducted from July, and after the 6-month training, then they will be ready for police work. The special serious crime unit is going to be enhanced, and I'm going to request from the regional security system that we have another cohort of officers in St. Lucia at least for another 3 weeks, So I want to tell you that the promises that we made in ensuring that the police are brought up to speed, we're trying, it's a work in progress. And I will say again, I'm not a policeman. My father was. So I will not get involved in the operations of the force. My job is to determine the resources that they need and decide and speak on the policy that will govern them. There are other things that are in the workings. We want to look at the Police Act. We want to look at compensation for policemen who haven't reached what is called the benchmark qualifications. So we are going to make a concerted effort to bring the police force up to scratch, and then it's up to them to commit themselves to the process so that St. Lucia will not be overrun by criminals. We will not allow St. Lucia to be overrun by criminals of whatever form or shape. And all those who look for excuses for criminals, all those who try to use criminals for other motives, we will not accept it, and we will do all we can within the law to make St. Lucia a safe place for all St. Lucians to live and for visitors to enjoy. So once more, I want to thank the High Command of the Force and the members of the police force for their work, and hope that we can continue so that at the end of this period, we can see that we brought the country back to normalcy. Thank you very much.